In this video, I will show you every player that you need to succeed for the NBA Finals on FanDuel as the favorited Los Angeles Lakers take on an injured Miami Heat team down 2 starters in Game 2. My name's Quick Pick Nick, and after simulating over 1 million different 5-man combinations and permutations, I'm here to give you your locks and lotteries for this Friday, October 3rd. If you like this kind of fast-paced, calculated content, subscribe and stay tuned for more lineups throughout the remainder of the NBA Finals, including full coverage on Game 3 this Sunday. To start off the lineup, 2 players who are absolutely locked in for tonight are LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The reason I'm discussing both players at the same time here is because their positions may be subject to change in winning lineups. In Game 1, Davis recorded more fantasy points overall, but James still performed well, only 1 assist away from another playoff triple-double. I'll still be taking James in the MVP slot for those 2 times points, as James has yet to have a disappointing game during the finals and is almost guaranteed at this point to score 50+ points during such a crucial contest, with Davis in the star slot for 1.5 times points. Davis shouldn't be discounted though, as he was seemingly a deciding factor in how the match played out in Game 1, scoring more fantasy points than LeBron and controlling much of the game flow as a demanding presence across from James, so he also deserves to be locked in at a multiplier spot. Whether Davis will fill in the 2 times or 1.5 times option on FanDuel is really up to you, but according to previous trends and historical data on both players, it looks like LeBron is primed for the better game overall, with Davis not trailing far behind, so make sure you get both of these players in at least 2 of the multiplier options. The third and final lock for this slate will be our pro, scoring 1.2 times fantasy points on the night, as he is really one of the only demanding players left unscathed on the Heat, that being Jimmy Butler. With Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic both doubtful for the contest tonight, Miami's success is resting heavily upon Butler's shoulders, and even he had some trouble in Game 1 with an ankle injury that kept him out for a few minutes of action. He ended up re-entering the competition and will be good to go tonight, but his teammates haven't been so fortunate. With these 2 big-name Heat players sidelined, the only option Miami really has here is to give the ball to Butler and let him do what he does best. This dependency on Butler is both favorable and harmful towards Butler's outlook, since the Heat will surely be looking Butler's way much more often now, but that also means the Lakers will be looking Butler's way more on defense. I feel like this is a zero-sum game though, where the pro and con cancel out, and we can still expect at least another 40-point performance from Butler to see if he has what it takes to carry his team to a tied series with the Lakers. With the 3 multiplier players and locks out of the way, I will once again present 2 alternate options for the final 2 utility players in this lineup. It's really up to your own discretion for which one is your favorite, but as always, I'll cover the higher projected option first, followed by the second best out of the top 10 simulated lineups ranked by projected fantasy points on FanDuel. For the former, my model recommends Jay Crowder and Kendrick Nunn. While it's debatable whether the lack of Adebayo and Dragic will help or hurt Butler, it's undeniable that players who typically see less time on the court will need to step up given the stars' absences. That's why both of these Heat players are very good options for tonight's game. They will need to take up a bigger role in the offense to try and fill the void caused by injuries. Crowder in particular was picked because he has been a very reliable option for Miami all season long, playing for more than half an hour in most of the Heat's games and averaging nearly 25 fantasy points per game. Nunn, on the other hand, hasn't been used by Miami all too often during the season and didn't see much time at all during the series with the Celtics, but showed his value last night, scoring 18 in-game points over 19 minutes, netting 27 total fantasy points. This promising glimpse of Nunn will likely be expanded upon tonight as the Heat search for any kind of help they can get at this point with a couple of men down, and he's a great choice for the cheap price of only $6,500 on FanDuel. The alternate option instead of Crowder and Nunn includes Dwight Howard and Andre Iguodala. Howard didn't see much play in Game 1, only recording 14 minutes total, but he still is the Lakers starting center, and his lack of playtime may be due to the unusual circumstances of Game 1, where LA found themselves in a demanding lead with some of Miami's stars being tended to for injuries. Finally, my model chose Iguodala because of his recent resurgence nearing the end of the 2020 NBA postseason. Iguodala didn't really have much of an impact on the Heat's early games, but over the past 4 weeks, Iguodala has played for more than 25 minutes in each, and has averaged 25 fantasy points over his past 2. This finals veteran will certainly be utilized tonight, given the Heat's current roster situation. I'll still be going with the former lineup, as I expect the cheaper Miami players to be able to step up into the missing roles tonight. And once again, it's tough to tell if it should be LeBron or Davis in the 2-time spot because of their tight projections, but for what it's worth, James's projection is just a bit greater than Davis's, so feel free to make your own choice here. That's what my model was able to come up with for Game 2 of the 2020 NBA Finals, taking place in the quarantined Bubble League down in Disney World. If you enjoy these lineup builders, be a friend, tell a friend. Let's grow the Quick Pick Network together. This has been Quick Pick Nick, the intersection for sports, data analysis, and speed. Thanks for watching.